Welcome to the future. We're glad to have you here. Have a seat and we'll begin. Yes, that's right. We're going to live forever. Because we are coded in these clones. So no more messiness, no more defiled DNA, no more rogues, no more of any of it. Our clones cannot procreate. They do not have a desire to do so, and they cannot. They do not have any genitalia for sexual purposes. They have tubes which they can alleviate waste. That is it. Without the preoccupation of dating, marriage, family, sex, they are much, much more productive and much, much more reliable. They are calmer. The world is peaceful. Look around. No war. No environmental problems. And absolutely no wars. We've solved every single aspect of the human problem. There is no longer any issues. Everyone is happy. Clones enjoy their day. They enjoy working. They enjoy purpose. They have hobbies. They like to create. They sing. They create theater and movies. They make music. But they do not raise families. And they do not express through sexual or romantic means. But they do enjoy touch and comfort, such as hugs, because everyone needs to experience that. It is just something the human being needs. Because we eliminated childhood, we had to make sure that our clones were capable of nurturing one another. They do a fantastic job. If we need a child clone, we will make them. It is possible. But we would like to keep it as minimum as possible because we do not want anybody raising anybody. When a clone is introduced, it's introduced into its surrogate team family, where all raise the new one. They come in fully functioning, able to walk, and their motor skills, their fine motor and their large motor are working well. They become more and more adept and much more versatile over time, mind you. So it is good, they do learn. And they are capable of many things more than what they come in with. As their families learn more about the world around them, so do they. But the goal is always to produce. 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 If you can no longer produce, you are no longer needed. There is no old folks home. There is no age here. If you wear out, get old, you will simply be discarded. We don't pay any attention to frailty and live longer, they eat better, they're very healthy. If we need an organ, we simply take it or make it. But it's a lot easier to just take from one who's already here than to grow one, because sometimes we wouldn't have time for that. Although possible with stem cell research, we don't find it necessary to wait that long usually. So children back in 2000 and we'll say 2020, something like that, they started deciding that they wanted sex change operations. And they were funded and they were paid for, and we did that. The government made sure that families covered, our costs were covered, and that everything that they needed, from hormone replacement therapy to medical attention to emotional and cognitive therapy, family therapy, community therapy, all of it, physiotherapy, everything was paid and sealed and delivered. It made a lot of sense to have children turned on to this, because families were actually benefiting very, very well financially if their child decided this was something that they wanted. Money makes the world go round, doesn't it? Knowing this and knowing how easy people are to manipulate when money is afoot, we offered incentives. We weren't obvious about it, but they thought they were duping us. That's the problem with people. They're liars, scammers. They'll do anything to feed off of you. So we just beat them at their own game, really. We are tired, we were tired of supporting these eaters and wasters, cockroaches, if you will. We were tired of footing the bill and watching them destroy our planet. This is our planet. This is my planet. We're hoping that cyborg technology will soon be introduced to our clones, as they will last longer that way. We will not need to put as many into production, and they will actually be eternal if we can help it. The productivity, if we could manage this, would go up 1,000 times what it is now. They could be implanted with strength, critical cognitive skills from data banks that are just put in like a program. When the two merge, it will be, and it will happen soon, it will be literally the biggest and most effective resource we have ever seen in our world, ever. If we can manage them not to have to eat or produce waste through stomachs that are machines instead, yeah, that would be great. We're not really worried about if they have a soul or not. That's not our business. Our deal is with Lucifer. He'll figure that one out on his own. We've been promised eternal life. And through this miracle, we shall have eternal life. We shall live forever and ever and ever and ever through our creation. And it all started with gender identification and social and emotional intelligence. If only they would have known back then, certainly they would not have done it. But they didn't, and it worked. But they didn't, and it worked. But they didn't, and it worked.